There's a story on page 3 of the Daily Nation that says that leaders are seeking to trim president's powers in referendum push. We have had very many proposals, including one William Kamket, who thinks that the president should serve for a 7-year term that is non-renewable, and they should have appointive powers to appoint the prime minister. So a lot of suggestions, but basically to trim the powers of the president. Do you think that's what we need in this country? Are we suffering because of the kind of presidency that we have? If I may start with you.
No, not at all. I don't think our issue is anything to do with the presidency. I think it's just fine. I really don't understand even why we are having this referendum, if it is to change the political dispensation. I mean, our framers of the Constitution sat down over several decades and we came up with this. We should allow it to work. There are certain elements in the Constitution that needs to be changed, especially around land, around the judiciary and how the judiciary works. I think that needs to, some of the things in there need to be changed. But I think our political system as it is okay. We just need to build stronger institutions and allow them to work. And stronger institutions are built by allowing the right people to serve in those institutions. And if you find people are not doing their jobs, like I said earlier, then you let them go and have Kenyans who want to do their jobs, do their jobs. So I think this push of changing the Constitution to serve politicians should be shelved. I think we need to look at what needs to be changed in the Constitution to serve wananchi and not politicians.
Mheshimiwa Elachi, I know we have
the service of the wananchi.
Sorry. I know we have tackled this question at different shows, but I just want to ask you again. When you look at the current system, that we have a presidential system. When you look at it, and the structure, there are the questions of inclusivity, questions of accountability. Do you think we need to target it, and what is it exactly that we need to change to enhance inclusivity and accountability?
You know where we are as Kenya? I think we need to change our culture, our attitude in how we look at things. It is the attitude. Because the problem now we have here, I thought we trimmed the presidential powers when we were doing the 2010 Constitution. By the way, we really trimmed.
Yes.
So now when we come again and say we want to trim, I have refused. This one, we are doing now political. We are trying to say, because we are the ones in this party, now we want to bring this. Let us stop this. Can we change our attitude, Kenyans? And by the way, we have very strong institutions in this country. It is the person in that institution who needs to ask himself or herself, I am today, Monday morning on a desk, what am I doing to change what I have? It just within my desk, because that is what is killing us, our own attitude. Now, well, fine, you want to change, the only thing I can support is change either to a parliamentary system. There's nothing else. We either go parliamentary or we remain with this presidential system. What I have supported is that the Kenyan politics, so that we say no more to bloodshed and we embrace each other, we must ensure everyone sits on board. That's the only challenge we face, by the way. That does not mean now you start curtailing the powers. No, you create a space where every community, and let's not lie, we can't. That is why we've had very divisive politics in this country.
But everybody is already on board.
No.
Yes, there is. What is the role of the official opposition?
Let me ask my deputy governor here.
You're on board.
Really? Then you are the same people who brought us millions of people in this town and in Uhuru Park.
Because elections were stolen.
Good. You wanted to be on board.
No, you're already on board as an official opposition. But if you steal
these are the elites of the thing.
No.
But when you go to the grassroots of the, and I've told him many times.
The problem is IEBC. IEBC, can you count the votes properly?
The problem is not IEBC.
Who would fight if you count? Did guys fight in 2002?
The problem is not IEBC.
Nobody fought in 2002.
The problem is that
count
Kenyans,
the votes properly.
Kenyans who wake up to vote. Kenyans who wake up to vote don't think the way we think as. Kenyans who vote for us think different. They hate this divisive politics that we have, and they believe if we are all on the table, you make their grounds more better.
What does being all on the table mean?
I
What?
don't agree with that.
What does it mean?
No prime
Everyone on
ministers
table.
or what?
I don't-
Have
I don't
those
agree
prime
with that.
ministers, by the way,
But you see, Mheshimiwa
he
Elachi,
doesn't believe in it.
in
I
class,
don't
you cannot-
believe in
everybody
it. But
cannot
I've
be number
told
one
you,
in a class.
the person who wakes up and decides you must be their deputy governor thinks very different. And let us respect that person, because even in the referendum, he or she is the one who is going to decide this. So let us not argue.
But
Let us
Mheshimiwa,
bring the
but Mheshimiwa,
decisions and
when-
they will decide.
When Gor Mahia and AFC play, how come people don't die?
Oh,
How-
they do
because the
sometimes.
ref comes and says,
They
go.
do sometimes.
Because the ref comes and says, Gor
They do
Mahia, you scored,
sometimes.
and everybody
Even
agrees.
when we have scored, we will come
AFC
beating
comes and
things.
says, well, we have scored, and the ref agrees, and
But
everybody agrees.
but
Yes,
let us
anyway,
agree.
tumepigwa bao, let's concede. It should be the same thing in politics.
I agree, my
EBC should
deputy
stop
governor.
counting
Just before
1, 2, 10. They should count 1, 2, 3,
Mheshimiwa Elachi,
4.
Mheshimiwa Mweke, I can hear you, but the viewer at home may not hear you when you cross talk.
Okay.
But this question I want to
Sorry
ask
for
you.
that.
When you have an election, in the system that you have in this country, is that there will be a winner, there will be a loser. So when you say that everyone on board, what are you talking about?
No, Kenyans believe in a hybrid leadership. And let
No.
us just agree on that.
Okay, let me be more specific. When you run an election with Party X wins the presidential vote.
Yes.
Party Y comes in second.
Yes.
So how do you bring Party Y on board, yet there's a clear winner?
Well,
Okay, let me
me
put it
not
this
say
way. You see, I just watched the two of them, Mr. DG and Madam Speaker, going back and forth.
Right.
And that is why this is politics.
yeah.
Because the people who are making all these suggestions on what changes they need to make to the constitution and trim the powers of the president, exactly are people who want the political mood and the discussion and the arguments about it. But believe me, if you ask any of them, if they have ever sat and taken stock of our constitution and put it down to a table and say, this is what the constitution says, these are the challenges that we have on those sections of the constitution, and these are the changes Kenyans would like to see. Nobody has done that. If you notice, it's just rhetoric by different politicians. But at the end of the day, I know if we properly take stock, we'll figure out a few things that Kenyans would like to change. And that is why I think the discussion will begin when we actually say these are the referendum questions. And ultimately,
Can I give an
it
assignment?
is the Kenyans and not the politicians who will make the decision.
Mheshimiwa Sholei, just to answer Mheshimiwa Sholei, in 2015, 2016, the Code Coalition at that point did exactly what you are saying they were going to do. We had the Okoa Kenya referendum push. We went in and picked 5 areas where we thought that we represented Kenyans and they wanted change. It was around land, it was around ethnicity and government, saying that not one ethnic community should hold this many positions in government. It was about the judiciary. It was around IEBC and how to reform that to ensure that whoever wins is the winner. Why we have problems is Party A wins, Party X is announced. And that is wrong.
No, but that is good. But this time, they have
we
not
had-
said it.
We already had that.
Okay. It's 7:31. Can I give an assignment? That we go and look at the law, the much that we can. If there are things that we think that need to be addressed or changed, we discuss that on Monday.
Yeah, Okoa Kenya had a clear
But
path. They don't have a clear path at the moment.
The building
we are-
bridges is doing the same.
No, we
and
agree-
when
we-
you listen to the voices of people in the counties, you will realize this is where, by the way, they are really talking about it also. It's only that now you give your views and you have nobody to guide you to say that, do you know, in our constitution we have this. So when it comes now, when that road draft comes up,
Okay.
it is easier now to listen to the voices
Okay.
of,
All right,
of
Mheshimiwa Elachi.
Kenyans.
So
of
we
what
have
they're
an
saying.
assignment. Yes?
Yes, we
Agreed?
do.
All right.
Agreed.
Thank you so much.